Welcome. Myself Pakri Hazra, Assistant Professor at Patuakhali Science and Technology University, Bangladesh. Today I will discuss about the introduction and basic conception of renewable energy, climate change and sustainable development. We know there has a strong relationship among these three different terms. In the next video, I will discuss about the relationship among renewable energy, climate change, and sustainable development. Okay, let's start with the introduction and basic conception. First of all, the introductions. We know sustainable development, especially development in economic and social sector, largely depends on energy use that may be from traditional or renewable sources. But in maximum cases, there exists another issue called greenhouse gas emission, that is ultimate climate change. So, in order to make the development sustainable, first need to emphasize on climate change mitigation or reduction of greenhouse gases that ultimately come from the rigorous use of renewable energy. There have three pillar model in sustainable development, that is economy, ecology, and society, which allow a schematic categorization of development goals. To fulfill the model, goal need to use the energy, and this necessity can be achieved by using renewable energy. Then the sustainable energy utilization. Renewable energy utilization is defined as the sustaining natural capital as long as its resource use does not reduce the potential for fulfillment, the need of future generation. We know the sustainability is the ability of systems to meet the future needs of the current society without affecting the ability of future generation to meet their needs. In line with this definition, sustainable energy is the energy that powers the needs of the current generation but maintains the ability to meet those of future generations. Now, the term climate change. Climate change is the greatest challenge of current times. It means the difference in the Earth's global climate element and in regional climates variable over a long period of time. It describes the changes in the state of atmosphere over time scales ranging from decades to millions of years. In other words, the climate change is any significant long-term shifting in the weather of a region or the whole Earth over a significant period of time. These changes may take tens, hundreds, or perhaps millions of years. Also, the term climate change can be explained like that. The overuse of energy, more specifically burning of fossil fuels, not only enhances the risk of energy crisis throughout the world, but also have great influence on global climate change. According to NASA, the climate change is a broad range of global phenomena created predominantly by burning fossil fuels, which add heat-trapping gases to Earth's atmosphere. These phenomena include the increased temperature trends described by global warming, but also encompass changes such as sea level rise. Okay, now the causes of climate change in a nutshell. Though the climate change is a natural process, but in the recent times, the human activities are playing a significant role in influencing and triggering a rapid erratic change in the climatic system, causing the worldwide problems not only for the environment but also on global economy. According to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, that is IPCC, it is extremely likely that human influence was the dominant cause of global warming between the 1951 and 2010. The causes of climate change includes the continental drift, volcanoes, the earth tilts, the ocean currents, increasing the atmospheric concentration of greenhouse gases due to excessive burnings of fossil fuels or traditional sources of energy. The global changes to land surface, such as deforestation due to rapid population growth and unplanned industrialization, increase the atmospheric concentration of aerosols. Okay, now the ultimate term, that is sustainable development. The sustainable development is that kinds of development which do not affect the need of future generation. Sustainable development arose in 1972 with the Phoenix Report and again in 1987 with the publication of the World Commission on Environment and Development WCED report entitled as Our Common Future, also known as the Brundtland report, where definition is that sustainable development meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Pillar of energy use for sustainable development. The sustainable development has three pillars, that is economy, social and environment. Energy for sustainable development has three major pillars, that is need more efficient use of energy, especially at the point of end use. The second one is trying to increase the utilization of renewable energy. And the third one is accelerated development and deployment of new and more efficient energy technologies. The aim of sustainable development. Sustainable development has aimed at breaking the link between the resource use and productivity. This can be achieved by the following way, like trying to ensure that economic growth does not cause environmental pollution, improving the resource efficiency, examining the whole life cycle of a product, enabling the consumers to receive more information on products and services, examining how taxes, voluntary agreements, subsidies, regulation, and information campaigns can best stimulate innovation and investment to provide the cleaner technology. Now, the term Sustainable Development Goal. The Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) were adopted by the United Nations in 2015 to 2030 as a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that by 2030 all the people enjoy peace and prosperity. Countries have committed to prioritize progress of those who are farthest behind. The Sustainable Development Goals are designed to end poverty, hunger, AIDS, and discrimination against the women and girls. The creativity, know-how, the technology, and financial resources from all the society are necessary to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals in every context. The Sustainable Development Goal 7, which is ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy. The Sustainable Development Goal 7 is ensuring to access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all, with its targets on universal access. Energy efficiency and renewable energy will open a new world for opportunity for billions of people. Through ensuring the affordable, reliable, and modern energy to all the others, sustainable development goal can be achieved, like eradication of poverty, for climate action, and for sustainable world. Simply, but without progress of Sustainable Development Goal 7, it will be difficult to achieve the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and the Paris Agreement on Climate Change. As the global population is increasing day by day and the energy demand is increasing, so that's why the excess of energy sold be cheap and affordable for all across the globe. Global economy, which is strongly depends on use of energy and result in producing greenhouse gas that's evident of global climate change. The global facts of energy under Sustainable Development Goal 7, which includes the 13% of the global population, still lacks access to modern electricity. The 3 billion people rely on wood, coal, charcoal, or animal waste for cooking and heating. Energy is the dominant contributor to climate change, accounting for around 60% of total greenhouse gas emissions. The indoor air pollution from using the combustible fuels for household energy caused 4.3 million deaths in 2012, with women and girls accounting for 6 out of every 10 of these. In 2016, the share of renewable increased at the fastest rate since 2012, up 0.24 percentage points and reached almost 17.5%, owing to rapid growth in hydropower, wind, and solar. The target under Sustainable Development Goal 7. There have 3 targets under Sustainable Development Goal 7, which are by 2030, ensure the universal access to affordable, reliable, and modern energy services. Number 2 is by 2030, increase substantially the share of renewable energy in the global energy mix. And the number 3 is by 2030, double the global rate of improvement in energy efficiency. Okay, that's all for today. In the next video, I will discuss about the role of energy for achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, importance of renewable energies in climate change mitigation, and finally the linkage between the energy, that is Sustainable Development Goal 7, and the climate mitigation, that is the Sustainable Development Goal 13. Thank you for watching this video.